Hey everybody, this is Wendy Stott with Keller Williams Realty, and I am honored to be here with Richard Sailors. And Richard is a member currently with the Army National Guard, and he is also a VA specialist in VA home loans for you guys with Benchmark Home Loan.
Yes, yeah, that's right. So, yeah, I'm in the Tennessee Army National Guard. I've been in for 9 years. So, yeah, I have a lot of knowledge about VA on both the lending and the practical side for service members.
Good.
Too.
I want to thank you first of all for meeting me here today, Richard, because there's a lot of times that I am working with VA buyers, right? And they've got some questions, and I want somebody that's a specialist that works strictly with these VA buyers that can answer these questions so that we can take care of them best. So one of the questions I wanted to ask you, and I would love to get your explanation, is can you use a VA home loan more than one time? What does that look like? Let's say I've got a buyer, they've already used their VA, okay, and they want to use their VA home loan again. What does that look like? How does that work for them?
Yeah, so if you're a veteran and you hear that question, if you're like me, that you probably didn't get told that at basic training or at your unit, but basically, the VA home loan exists for veterans to be able to own a home affordably with nothing out of your pocket. And you can use it as many times as you want. And as a matter of fact, you can actually have a couple out at the same time. So
Okay. Well, that was another question that I've been asked before is, okay, let's say that I've already got a VA home loan and my family and I bought a home here in Chattanooga as a veteran and we're using our VA home loan. But what if I were to get relocated, but my family's gonna stay here? Could I go find another property and use that VA home loan product again? Or can I only use it one time?
yeah, great question. So, and many service members, many of my friends that I have been with, they do have life. So yeah, so say that you are stationed at Fort Campbell, Kentucky,
Okay.
or you live in Clarksville, right? And your family is established there, and well, you need to go across the country, maybe to Fort Lewis in Washington, but your family wants to stay here. Can you use the VA loan? Well, yes, that's what it's designed for.
Right.
You can actually maintain your home. Your family could stay here because they're in school or there's things going on, or maybe you want to keep it as a rental property.
Okay, so what does that look like? Tell me a little bit more.
Yeah, so if you wanted to maintain the house, you could keep that house in Clarksville or wherever it is that you're staying. You don't have to be at a military installation. You could live in Chattanooga and buy another house, but you could keep the home, put a renter into the home, and then still have enough entitlement left over to purchase your next home with 100% financing.
Okay. Explain to me a little bit more about entitlement. Like, what does that mean as far as their entitlement? Is there a maximum entitlement to the veteran lender? You know, as far as the veteran lender is concerned, how does that work?
Yeah, that's a great question. So entitlement is essentially what the veteran is entitled to for 100% financing for VA loans. So that is always going to correspond with the Freddie Mac conforming loan limit.
Okay, good to know. Okay. All right, so here's another question. Is there a max loan amount for a VA loan? So let's say I'm working with a VA buyer and they're out there and they're shopping, you know, for a $700,000 home. Is there a max for a VA buyer versus like a conventional loan or FHA, because everybody, you know, they're all different. So is there a maximum that a VA borrower on the...
To answer that simply, no. There is no maximum loan amount for VA. So you could, if you qualify, you could own a $2 million home, $10 million, whatever, as long as you qualify when you have full entitlement.
Okay, so you've got to have the full entitlement. So if you don't have full entitlement, then at that point you can only borrow until you've maxed out your entitlement, correct?
That's right, which would correspond with the conforming loan limit that Freddie Mac dictates, and it increases every year. So your entitlement increases over time.
So Richard, I really just want to thank you for clarifying some of these VA questions for all of our veterans out there they're doing a wonderful job right now, helping as many people with all the things that we've got going. So we need to keep them educated on how we can best serve them as well. So how can we reach you, Richard?
Yeah, the easiest way would be to text my office at 423-558-2424. You can always go to my website, richardsailors.benchmark.us. If all else fails, just go to Google, Richard Sailors VA Home Loans, and it'll be pretty easy.
I like the last name, Sailors.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, and I'm Wendy Stott. I am here also to help you veterans, and you can find me at 423-718-1350. I'm here at our Keller Williams East Brainerd office, and we look forward to talking with you. Thank you.